Welcome to another episode of In the Kitchen with the Greater Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. We're here in the beautiful Allied Kitchen and Bath showroom with Chef Oliver Saucy from Cafe Maxx in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice to see you.
Walk us through what you're going to make today. I believe it's a beautiful seafood dish.
Yeah, we're going to make two dishes. The first one we're going to do is we're going to make a lobster tail dish. Florida lobster is just starting to roll.
All right.
So it's actually a margarita lobster where we're going to marinate it with some tequila and like all the ingredients that you would make a margarita with.
Can I just drink the tequila?
Yeah, there you go. I got a whole bottle right there.
Come with the straw.
And then the next one is going to be a Mediterranean shrimp.
All right.
So first thing we want to do is we want to prep our lobster. Got some nice beautiful tails here. These are about 8 ounces or so.
Now you went and caught this.
Yeah, not quite.
In mini season this week.
But what we want to do is really simple. We're going to split these right down the middle. You want to loosen the other side. And this is the important part right here. Where you want to do is loosen this meat. You still want to keep it attached, but you want to loosen it. And what happens if you don't loosen it? It gets like a little bit, it really makes it inconvenient to eat. It's
okay.
When it cooks, it kind of sticks inside the shell.
Gotcha.
So it's just a technical detail to make it a little easier for down the road.
All right.
So now what we're going to do, we're going to put this in a bowl and we're going to do a little marinade.
And what are we marinating in today?
Tequila.
I'm good. Is there a specific brand that you
No, they're all good. What I like to do is have the ones that are the golden variety. Seems to have a little bit more flavor than the white ones.
I like my tequila wet.
Gonna add in here just a splash of margarita mix. You can make your own. I was lazy today. And we're gonna
Nothing wrong with that.
add a little bit of lime juice into here. Let's give that a little cut, make it a little easier to squeeze.
So far, this seems pretty simplistic, like I can make it in my own kitchen.
Yes. When we do my cooking classes, which we've done a lot over the years, I try to do things that you don't have to go to 6 stores to make it happen. But I know it's got to be a little bit more challenging because it's not everybody's first day.
Right.
The Food Network's been on for how long? Oh, wrong one. So we're going to get our saute pan hot. We're going to add in here a little bit of ground pepper. We're going to add a little bit of salt. We're going to add just a little bit of chopped garlic. Some olive oil. And in a perfect world, you let this go like, 15, 20, 30 minutes. If you let it go too much, it turns like ceviche. You don't want that.
Just gonna mix it up.
Just gonna kind of mix that up.
Now, Chef, outside of this, is there something special about Cafe Maxx? I know it's been around forever.
Yeah, we've been there a long time. I mean, it's an honest effort there. We really try to make the right decisions and make nice food and try to get the best ingredients I can get my hands on.
Now, something special about the restaurant is your menu is constantly changing.
Yeah, we print every day. Obviously, everything doesn't change every day. I've got a bunch of things that are kind of like some of the standard things, the tuna pizza and the onion crusted snapper. If I get rid of that stuff, it'd be a riot. So I think our saute pan, just about there.
Now, is this a medium heat, a high heat?
This is kind of a medium to high. On the grill, you'd probably want to be a little higher. This one here, that's kind of thick on a saute pan. So if it was a little bit
I'll take that.
softer, would be better. Then I'm going to do is put a lid on this. Just kind of leave it cracked.
And how long are we gonna just let it simmer?
Lobster like this on this pan, we're going to see it's probably going to take about 3 minutes on the first side. Then we're going to flip it.
Okay.
Then we're going to add a little more tequila and stuff, and we'll flip it back over to cook it. So I'm going to say about 6 minutes for this.
Gotcha. All right.
So the next thing we're going to do is make our Margarita Vinaigrette. And in this bowl here, I have some chopped jalapenos, some cilantro, and some chopped scallions. And now to that, we're going to add a little bit of pineapple juice. We're going to make some lime zest.
Now, what makes the lime zest?
The zest is just the colored part just under the skin.
Okay.
If you get a little too far, you know what happens, right? It gets real pithy and kind of bitter. So that's why you want one of these. Used to be get these at Home Depot. Now they actually have them at all the fancy stores. But this is really fine.
And this is just going to give it hint of lime at the
Yeah,
end.
you can see where that's coming off of there.
All right.
And this stuff gets really strong, so you want to be careful. I think that's it right there. We're good to go.
You can start to smell the flavors of your dish.
We're going to add some lime juice into here. Oh, that's a nice juicy lime for the size of it. Then we're going to come on
My favorite part.
with some more tequila. Then I'm going to add in here just a dab of hot sauce. Then come back with our margarita mix. That should not do it.
Now, I love that you've not measured a damn thing.
Well, after a few years of doing this, you kind of get you get the hang a little bit. Gonna add a drop of vinegar into here, and then we're gonna mix in our oil. It's kind of like a broken vinaigrette. Can mix your heart to your heart's content, but it's always gonna separate, which is fine. Gonna add in some pepper, some salt. You can see how we eat that simple, right? That's what I used to always say at my cooking classes. It's complicated, simple food.
Complicated, simple food.
You can see how this is cooking here.
This looks incredible.
I'm gonna switch to this burner. Get some of this juice. But you can see how that's starting to cook, right?
Absolutely. And it'll come right out of the shell easy.
Yeah, right. And you'll see there'll be like a nice little interesting, almost like a teepee effect that we can do with this. So we're going to have this. This can be done while you're waiting, or kind of have it done ahead. And then what we're going to do is make a pineapple carpaccio.
All right.
It's a thin sliced pineapple. So all I did, I just kind of peeled it down. I'm going to take the tough part out of there. Come on, tough part. Then just going to cut that with a sharp knife as thin as I can.
So it's easier to do this with the whole pineapple instead of going to Publix and getting pineapple slices.
Well, they probably won't be this thin. So when that's done, what we're going to do is sprinkle some pink peppercorns on top of that. We're going to come with some salt and sprinkle on that as well. Then we're going to add some scallion. You quickly got the scallion? I have it inside there somewhere. Perfect. Then we're going to cut this super thin. Make sure you can keep your eye on what you're doing.
Actually, don't look at it at all.
One of the classes I had for the Shen, I had a contest of who could cut the onion the fastest. I don't know why I did that.
Does it sound like it didn't go well?
It was entertaining, I can tell you that.
So it looks like you're going to lay the lobster right on top of this?
That's exactly what you're doing, see?
All right.
Chef Corey, that worked. All right, the flambe part. Tequila in. Flame on. All right, safety first. Put out the fire.
I like it. All right.
So we're gonna let that go. Yeah, fire's out. I'm gonna flip that back over.
So on average, this is roughly a 10 to 15 minute dish.
Probably, if you know. Might not be able to go quite as fast as what I do, but this isn't an all afternoon. So we got a platter here that we set up. I garnished it with some jalapeno slices going around. Then I have some endive here.
I'm sorry, you have some what?
Endives.
All right, walk me through what this is.
It's chicory. It's kind of a bitter lettuce,
Okay.
and then they grow it without the sun. That's how it stays so white. Kind of like white asparagus. Anyway, we're gonna put some of that down.
So this is more for presentation?
Yeah, absolutely. And it tastes good. So for this, all we do is we're gonna take our vinaigrette, try to get into the bottom and get all the dressing. all the components. You get it too much from the top, it's all oil. You get it too much from the bottom, it's all the vinegar and the acid. I think this is done. We're cutting that one. All right, so here's our base setup. And then from there, I think that these are done.
This looks great.
Hey, look, we got some color on there. So the way you can check these, you just kind of click it out. And you can't see that, but it's almost a little opaque still. That's what you want, kind of like mid-well. So by the time it gets to the table, it's perfect. The other thing that we want to get on here is a little bit of goat cheese. So the easiest way to do that is just to have a spoon and just kind of make some little dabs going around.
There's a lot on this dish, but it seems so simplistic. I love it.
It is simple. It's really perfect for the Florida heat. You know, it's so damn hot out there all the time. So now we come with our lobster. I call them lobster teepees. Sell them like that. Whew.
Chef, this looks incredible.
That's pretty damn hot. But it is pretty simple if you really think about it. Maybe a little too much on that plate. We want to give this a little bit of crunch, so I have some almonds. I'm going to put it over the top of that. Then we're going to come with some, I'm just pulling the bottom of that for me, thank you. Some cilantro sprigs on there, and a little barbaric. Whoop. All right, I think that's it, right? Then we're going to do, once it's all together, you come back, we get a little bit more of our vinaigrette and just glaze the lobster a little bit. And then, did I use up all my limes? I guess I did. So, perfect world, you put a big lime on the top there. But I juiced them all out. So, Margarita lobster with carpaccio of the pineapple with goat cheese, the almonds.
Chef, this looks incredible. I can't wait to dive into it.
Dig in and enjoy.
We've actually created Allied Kitchen and Bath with several things in mind, and that is the culture of our company and the quality of work that we do, so that people can come to our showroom and truly get a unique and different experience, knowing we are going to stand behind their work 110%. Whether it be today, tomorrow, or in the future, Allied will always be there for our clients. That's one thing we will never sacrifice.
Welcome back. We're back in the Allied Kitchen and Bath showroom in the kitchen with Greater Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival's friend, Chef Oliver Saucy from Cafe Maxx.
Very nice, thank you.
Chef, we just made an incredible dish of grilled lobster, and I know we're going to move on to shrimp, it looks like. So walk us through what's going to happen.
We have 3 components to this shrimp. It's more like a Mediterranean dish. The last one we did was maybe a little, southwestern / South Florida kind of deal.
All right.
So we have a couscous salad that we're going to make here. I'll explain that in a minute. We have these tiny little shrimp that we're going to marinate and saute.
I spent all morning getting those for you, so.
Yeah, thank you. And then over here, we're going to make a remoulade. So I think the first thing that we want to do is we're going to put a light little marinade on these shrimp. A little bit of chopped garlic. It's not a lot. It really overpowers really pretty quick.
Garlic, I feel like a lot goes a long way all the time.
Then we're going to add a little bit of oil in there. We're going to add a dash of Tabasco. And I'm going to come over here. A little bit of light white wine. And then what I didn't put yet, I have a little bit of salt. And some ground pepper. And that's it. We're just going to kind of toss that around. And same kind of thing here, 15, 20, 30 minutes. We're not making ceviche.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Then while our pan is getting hot here, we're gonna make our lemon caper Remoulade sauce. So far I have some prepared mayonnaise in here, and I also have some chopped basil. And to this now we're gonna add some chopped capers. We're gonna add some pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, maybe just a little bit more. Then I'm gonna get some lime juice into here. Let me use lemon juice. I'm gonna use my nature strainer.
Now, Chef, as you're doing this, rumor has it that you grew up in a castle.
For the first 6 years of my life, I lived in a castle in West Germany. My dad was he was a chef also, and he was the food and beverage manager of the resort castle. People will go there to get married. It was on top of the hill. It was really kind of cool.
Sounds like a fun experience.
Yeah. So anyway, all these ingredients here, we're just gonna mix them around. Did I add salt? I'm gonna add a little more. Then we're gonna put a drop of vinegar into here. And then, for, I don't know, half my life, I used to make all my own aiolis. And we always had the food critic from the New York Times come into Cafe Maxx every winter. And she was telling me she got really bad salmonella poisoning from a very fancy restaurant in Manhattan from raw egg yolks. So ever since then, I'm like, I don't want any part of that. So I just use prepared mayonnaise. And what I do, I finish it with a nice extra virgin finishing oil, so it takes that store-bought taste away.
Nice.
And it has that look with the green of a real aioli. All right.
It's a simple fix. People can do it at home.
Yeah. So this can be done the day before, not a problem. Gonna set that aside. This is getting hot here. I'm gonna add a little Earl in there.
Just coating the pan.
Yeah, making sure that's nice and hot. This isn't as thick as the lobster, so if we don't get this hot right at the beginning, yeah, that's the sound we want. Stand back, he's running the place down. Put a lid on that. I could probably even
Now, how long?
adjust that heat. This is not long at all. This is probably going to be about 2 minutes on the one side and 1 minute on the other side. So in this bowl here, I have some Israeli couscous. It's a pearl pasta, and it's kind of like a toasted pearl.
Okay.
And you cook it just like pasta in boiling water. Strain it, ice it off, and now we're going to mix that with our ingredients. Let me just look in here. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Look at that.
That nice pink color.
Matter of fact, I think I'm going to cut the heat on that. By the time that thing goes for a while, it's going to stay just fine. So in here, I don't know if you can see that. We don't have an overhead, but I got some chopped red onion, have some olives, have some sun-dried tomatoes, have some chopped basil on the bottom there. We got some diced tomatoes and some diced cucumbers. Now to that, we're going to add in some pepperoncini, some crumpled feta cheese, some Parmesan cheese, and come here with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
There's a lot of color in this dish.
Yeah, I like colorblind. I like color, and I'm colorblind. Can you believe that one? I mean, I can see the different shades, but if you show me purple and blue, like it's like Barney, is that purple? What you got on?
This is actually pink.
Whoa. See?
It's blue.
Then we're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil in here. And we're gonna just toss this around.
Now, what makes your restaurant so special?
Well, it's because I'm there. No. Everybody there really, tries really hard to do the right thing. And, at the end of the day, if I'm proud of what we did, it was a good day. And, it's really based on just getting the fine ingredients and then cooking them properly and, all that stuff, all that technical stuff that you don't think about when you come to a restaurant.
It sounds like there's a passion for what you do and the food that you're making.
Yeah, it's definitely something that not everybody has it. All right, so this is better off if you make this a few hours ahead of time. Kind of let it set up. To me, whenever I make like a chilled pasta salad or anything like that, it's amazing when you let it sit for a couple hours, how the flavors kind of settle in, and you want to kind of re-toss it and then re-season it when it's that time. So for presenting our dish here, I'm going to slice up a little bit of tomato. And then we're just going to kind of put that down for a little presentation. Then going in between there, we got some little artichoke hearts I have here.
Now from this dish to your last dish, I notice presentation is a theme here.
Yeah, well, people eat with their eyes. You don't have to be a chef to understand that one. So then what we're going to do, I'm going to put, I guess if I had a little mold, it would be the best, but I don't. So we're just going to get some of that down there, like so. Then we're going to come along with the shrimp.
Now, is this a feature that's on your menu all the time?
Oh yeah, actually I have this on the menu right now. Then we're going to come over here. Look at this nice, gorgeous basil. Put just a little bit of that right in the middle.
Look at that.
And then what we want to do, we're going to come back here with our Remoulade sauce.
What I love about this dish is there's so much into it, but it seems so simple.
They're simple, and obviously, you know, I kind of had everything all prepped and everything. It's a lot easier when you have a team of sous chefs getting everything ready for you.
Well, I told you to put me to work. And
I'm going to garnish this with a little bit of lemon because I can.
it's a good excuse because I can.
And there we have it. Mediterranean shrimp and orzo salad with lemon caper remoulade.
Listen, I can't wait till we turn off the cameras and I can dive right into this. Thank you so much.
Enjoy it.
This has been another episode of In the Kitchen at the Greater Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. Thank you to Allied Kitchen and Bath for allowing us to use their showroom. Check out Cafe Maxx and Chef Oliver Saucy. Chef, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in.
We're just so honored to be a part of this, and Allied, you know, we have also been a staple in the community and the restaurants that we work with, so many throughout the years. We just love our restaurant partners, and thank you for being a part of our community. If you haven't been to Cafe Maxx, 2601 East Atlantic in Pompano, Atlantic Avenue in Pompano, it's absolutely fabulous, off the charts. Right now, I know Dine Out Fort Lauderdale has special. I think it's like $45 for like a 4-course meal. Food is absolutely incredible. We love going to your restaurant always. So thank you, Chef, once again for being here and helping us promote our restaurants in the local community.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy the shrimp.
Thank you, Chef.